Your mother told us you call her names like bitch. Do you call your mother bitch?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because she gets me mad.
She gets you mad, so you call her a bitch. You curse at her. What kind of cursing do you do to your mother?
I call her a bitch, and I call her a hoe and stuff.
She's 10 years old. Do you know how to spell those words? Now, you hit your mother?
No, I just push her. Sometimes only if she...
You push her. You push, your mother says you have hit her and you have threatened to kill her.
One time I did because she said, and I never threatened to kill her, I said my sister.
You'll kill your sister. But your mother told us that you hit her and that you threatened to kill her. Is the mother lying?
Only about, I said one time that, because she hit me, so I said that I was.
Let's see what mother has to say. Jeannie, come on out. Jeannie?
I don't want to say anything about the one dog.
Why is she crying?
Because she hates the audience.
She hates the audience. Maybe that's good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is. We don't even allow children that young to be in the audience, and now we've got them on. Let me have a Kleenex. I'll give it to her. Now we've got one who's a very bad girl, her mother says. You told our producers that sometimes you think she is possessed.
Mm-hmm. Yes. She's...
Okay. Describe her behavior for us.
She constantly calls me names. She will hit me. She will tell me no. She don't have to listen to me or anybody. I have a 67-year-old mother I take care of at home. She pushes her,
pushes the 67-year-old?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sherry, this woman is 67. Why would you push an old lady?
Because she hits me too.
She hits you? Sure. You say Sherry tells you she's going to run away when she is 13.
Yes.
She told our producer she wasn't going to wait till she was 13. She was going to run away much earlier. Okay. Why is she so anxious to get away from home?
She says she'd rather live in hell than to live with me. And she said that she would join a gang or do whatever she has to get out of my house.
Do they take gangs at 10? Does anybody?
Yes.
Yeah, they do. Okay.
I have some around my house.
You told us that Sherry comes at you physically and has threatened you with a knife.
Yes, she has.
You're lying.
Tell me what happened with the knife.
This was a few years ago. This is when she was younger. She held
Younger?
Mm-hmm. Yes, younger than what she is. She's been doing this since she was a year old. I've tried to get help. Nothing has helped her. I've had people come to my home to have
top secret clearances.
Yeah, with top secret clearances. That we had to be very careful. I found the marijuana in her purse, and I turned her in. I am not going to put up with it.
Well, I think legally you had to turn her in, right?
Excuse me?
Legally you had to.
Legally, it had nothing to do with it. I'm just not going to condone it. I am not going to put up with
What
it.
did they do? What did they do to her? What did they do to her when you turned her in?
I met her at the police at the front gate. I escorted them to my home. They went, knocked on the door, put handcuffs on her, set her in the car, and she's just like, you know. And I'm going, Jennifer, this is serious. And she's like, well, you know, what are they going to do to me? You know, I'm only 16. When I'm 18, it doesn't count till I'm 18 because it goes on my record, and when I'm 18, it goes off.
That is true. I think the most awful thing I've heard was about your husband. Your husband was in a hospice dying from cancer. Jennifer ran away, then ran away again and missed his funeral.
She didn't know he died.
She threw him into a wall because he was weak from cancer. When he was sick, she said, "Why don't you die already?" Was this because he tried to discipline her?
She wanted to go to a New Year's Eve party. He died January 6th, so it hasn't been very long. It's hard to talk about. But she wanted to go to a New Year's Eve party. He had surgery December 18th when we found out he had terminal cancer and he only had a little while to go. She was told she could go to the party if she cleaned her bedroom. She didn't want to clean her bedroom. She wanted to go to the party. So he told her to go to her room. And she told him to make her. You know, you make me go and I'll go. So
was she aware he had a few weeks to live and he was very weak from cancer?
Yes, she knew this.
She knew it.
So
what
he
did she
physically, after she pushed him into a wall, he had a big gash on his head. His hair was already coming out. I thought I was going to have to take him for stitches. She went into her room and literally just tore the bedroom up, punching the bedroom door out. She punched holes in the wall and tore the closets down. It cost us $400 to repair all the damage she did. I called the police and I told them that I wanted her, you know, taken care of. I want her out of the home, put in a home or something. And I was told it's my problem. There's nothing they can do.
Rebecca, I understand that one of Jennifer's friends is in jail for killing a police officer.
Yes.
And she lived with this guy?
Yeah. That's when she ran away for the third or fourth time in Denver. And this woman was harboring her the best I can know, because every time I'd call, when someone would tell me she was there, the lady would say, "No, she's not here. I don't know where she is." So I had the police out looking for her, but this young man was living with them also, and it's Jennifer's best friend, her buddy. He
is the man who killed the police officer,
right.
Is her best friend and her buddy.
Her buddy. She's still writing him in prison. He was calling my home collect from prison. I would hang up on him.
Mm-hmm. You gave her $3,000, finally said to her, "Get out of my house, get an apartment, get a car." She got the car and partied the $1,000 away. Okay, let us hear what Jennifer has to say for herself. Jennifer, come on out. Any questions? Jennifer, I've never heard anything so damning in my entire life.
And when the cop dropped them off, that they didn't do something, I was either going to kill them or I was going to blow my head off.
Why did the cop drop them off?
They run away. They dropped them off 3 times that day, picked them up for runaway. As soon as they dropped them off, they's gone again. And my 12-year-old daughter's doing it now.
Do they go to school?
No. They went to school for last...
They're 12 and they're 14. Yeah. They do not go to school. They run away.
I picked them up on a Monday night from the jail. I got busted for shoplifting. I took them to school that morning. I went and picked up my daughter's purse at the... dropped them off at school. And as soon as I dropped them off and left, they were gone. My daughter got arrested for stabbing me in the back, but yet they called me the next morning and wanted me to come and get her and charged me $25 for keeping her.
Why has it reached the point where you feel like you have to kill yourself
Because I want out. I'm tired of the situation. They want me dead all the time, so might as well help them out.
Let's hear what Chris's daughters have to say. Misty and Diana, come on out. Now remember, these girls are 12 and 14. So we've got 10, 12, and 14. Do you know how upset your mother is about you?
Yeah.
Do you care?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. Yes.
You know, everybody's up here downgrading these girls. What about the mothers? You're saying that she's running around the house calling you names, and you're going back to her and calling her names and smacking her? Just let it go. That's childish play. That's what she is. You know what I'm saying? You're a grown woman. You're a grown woman. Just let it go. Let it go in the room.
You can only
Don't
walk
tell me
out of
shut
the
up.
room so many times.
Fine.
And
You try to raise these two kids, and let's see you not saying
If I
nothing.
raised them, they wouldn't be like that because they wouldn't be on the street.
You got kids?
They wouldn't be on the street.
You got kids?
And if they dress like that, they can go live on the street for all
You
I
got
care.
kids, then you don't. If you don't have any kids, then you ain't got no room
I
to
got
talk.
nieces old as them, and the nieces don't even disrespect
You're
my
not
family.
raising them.
This is directed toward Jennifer. That baby's gonna bust your ass, and it's gonna reflect what you are now. And I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. And for the little 10-year-old, I have a 10-year-old daughter, and I mean, I listen to my mother, and I look at my daughter sometime, and I see me, but I hug her. You know what I'm saying? And I tell her, hey, I want you to be better than what I am, but I am a damn good mother. And what reflects from the mother to the daughter, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I'd just like to say that I have two daughters here in the audience today, and they never acted like that. But I also want to say to the mothers, if I were you all, I would run away.
Yes. What does a mother do?
I just have a comment for Sherry. Sherry, just so you know, we don't hate you out here. And I think that, Jeannie, I think you need to hug your mother or your daughter a little bit more. She seems to need a little physical attention.
I really do cry. She pushes me away, though.
She was just crying hysterically.
Diana, you're 12 years old. You told our producer, my mother is lucky I don't hit her. Do you think it's right for a 12-year-old to hit her mother?
No, but my sister hits her, so if she gets up in my face, if she hits me, what am I supposed to do?
If it's all right if your sister hits her, so why can't you hit
No,
her?
I do not hit my mom. I've never hit my mom.
Not yet.
You have told us that your mother cries too much. 1,000 phone calls in one day. Her daughters are 15-year-old Roseanne and 14-year-old Maria. You met them earlier in the show. Debbie has told us, my girls have a chip on their shoulder that she would like to knock off. What do they do?
Well, mostly they don't listen to what I tell them. They have a very big, attitude problem that's like, well, I don't have to listen to you.
Yes, they told us on the beginning of the show that there was no reason for them to listen to you. They started their own gang this year.
Roseanne did. She started, last year she had her own gang. Where I come from, it's like a valley area, which they don't know really about a lot of gangs and stuff, and she started her own called Mafia Gang, which I went to school and told the principal, and he didn't know. She was wearing two different colors, and he didn't even know that for a couple of months. Until I gave her a list of the names. She was one of the queens, and there was the kings. And
what did the school do?
The principal, he stopped it. He put a stop to it. He had a meeting with the kids, and he put a stop to it. But that's not all they do. I was just diagnosed in October with congestive heart failure, and in a couple of months they're doing a transplant. They don't help. They don't care. I was in the hospital 3 times, and they didn't.
No, they don't care. I asked the 14-year-old, you said, I don't have to listen to my mother. I hate my mother. I hate her because she doesn't give me enough freedom. Mm-hmm. Those are your words, young lady. That's what you've said. What do you have to say? How do you get a parent to practice tough love when this woman is completely correct? The kid calls up the police, or the kid does this, or the kid does that. What do you...
We have too many people telling us how to raise our children and not allowing us to raise them, and telling they have no respect for authority because they're not afraid of the authority. If I got in trouble in school, I got sent to the principal's office, and I was scared. And if I got home, then my dad got me. They don't care. They laugh.
She never had authority over me until she got married to my stepdads, and I was raised scared of authority because of the way they did it.
All right, Dr. Zanya?
Well, it sounds to me like we have a plate of scrambled eggs here, Sally. And as we know, we can't unscramble the eggs, but we can clean the plate and start over. And I think what we need to do here with all of these relationships, maybe we need to clean our plate. Maybe we need to start asking each other and seeing some things that we can do beginning today, because you can't go back and do yesterday. Is that true? We can't go back and recall yesterday. Yesterday's gone, and tomorrow hasn't got here yet, but here we are today. Here we are with mothers and daughters, and here we are with people who, Sally, who we care. We care because that's why we all have come here. Is maybe there's a thought or an idea that we can share about these relationships and about choices that you and I are making that maybe from this point on, because it sounds like to me we're doing a whole lot of reaping of some stuff we've been sowing. And maybe as parents, you've sown some things, and maybe now reaping time is coming along.
Let's take our first 10 years. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to start with a 10 and then progress to a 12, then a 14.